girls are out dancing in the intro, so you got to know what time it is. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Saturday night. We are the Wrestlemainiacs, and you were looking at the People's Choice Don Rodriguez. That is me, the Nubian Sumo, over next to me, and down but not out because he is the Pick's current champion, the big guy, KG. Ladies and gentlemen, we are coming to you fresh off the heels of a super debate. So make sure that y'all are keeping an eye out for our special What If episodes. Our first inaugural What If episode was talking about what if Hulk Hogan was not the guy? What if somebody else was the person that led the WWF and the WWF into where we are kind of right now? We had some great scenarios, some great conversations. So when that episode airs, make sure you take a look out for that. That may be, I believe, our Christmas episode, but it could end up being Thanksgiving. So just keep an eye out for those special weeks when we're spending time with our families. We'll give y'all still something to remember us by. Gentlemen, how are you?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I'm still alive.
I am your
All right,
wife.
I've been recruited. I'm now part of Shane Taylor Promotions.
Are we getting paid for that?
If so, you'll see me on Ring of Honor, and I'll be able to cut the check.
Okay, because we know you're in, your protest world tour. So I just wanted to make sure.
Well, we about to talk about that. So yeah.
Okay. And while we're talking, just want to take a moment, pause for the cause, and wish my mama a happy birthday. So I know she's out there. I don't know what the heck she's doing, but she's doing some crazy stuff. Thank you for being around so that way I could have all the wonderful opportunities to be able to watch wrestling, use up all your aluminum foil to pirate Channel 99 to be able to catch many a pay-per-view as scrambled or unscrambled as I could get it. Lord knows there were several unicorns that was coming across my forehead when it was time to make dinner, and there's just strings of aluminum foil all over the living room. But guess what? Your boy watched some pay-per-views, saw that Royal Rumble in wrestling. So those were the good old days when you could kind of make things happen with some old, young, stupid kid know-how and ingenuity and imagination. So happy birthday, Mom. Thank you for that. And now let's get into some business. We lost KG already. You all right?
About to lose me with all this, with this fakakta background you got on me.
Hey, stop it.
You blended into the doggone gimmick.
It's okay. It's all right. Just
like
stay
that.
still. Stay still.
Like I'm trying to stay still. I'm trying to find an angle where it won't make me disappear.
I mean, maybe that's the intention. That could be the intention. KG disappeared. We could go 2 for 2 tonight.
Well, I could disappear all together and leave you by yourself.
See, that's why you always gotta hate.
You and your son and Yeet.
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 Yeah.
Nobody mess around with Yeet.
Nobody, you heard him. Nobody mess around with Yeet. Got to get all that Yeet in there.
Well, I apologize.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was having a choking fit here.
You was getting choked out.
No, I said choking fit.
He was choking on his car pocket.
Thank you very much. And I finished that before the show. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're happy to have you back, KG. Thank you for gracing the people with your presence.
It's not going to be 4 versus 5. It's going to be 5 versus 5.
And how many foes?
1.
You didn't. He got to do it. You never taught him about Finkel.
I'm just trying to plant the seeds to get them excited, so that way we can get our free WrestleMania tickets. We got to backtrack now and go over all the other particulars. He just got introduced to Mankind today. He just heard Howard Finkel for the first time. I mean, there's some things we got to work out.
Mm-hmm.
Next major watch is going to be, WrestleMania 12, an Iron Man match. I'll see if we can sit tight for an hour and some change for arguably one of the greatest matches of all time and of all WrestleMania. Thank you. Who's on this show?
Me.
You ain't on the show.
You?
Yeah, I know. Yeet.
Big guy KG.
Yeah, he's on there.
Me. And some other dude that's smoking.
Oh, you gonna big time me like that, huh? Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. See how kids, they need to get their asses whipped.
Mm-hmm.
No respect.
Need to discipline that little boy.
Hey, you give him $5, I bet you know your name.
He should be arrested. He kicked me off the bed.
Oh, it was a good one, too.
Almost started busting out crying.
It's okay. Yeah, almost started mean I didn't kick you hard enough.
See, I told you about teaching that boy about snitching. You don't have DFS over there by your house.
Hey, I tell my kids all the time, go ahead and call them. Guess what'll happen? You're gonna have a reason. Go straight Bernie Mac on them, bust them to the white meat. Like, hey, officer. All right, Jesse. Welcome to the party. Happy to see you.
What's happening, Jesse?
Hopefully, we haven't pushed you away yet. Lord knows there's some craziness going on. A lot of yeeting and a lot of yeah. No. All right, so
no yeet.
No yeet.
No yeet.
So we're gonna jump right into it, everybody, and let's talk about the big thing on campus, the biggest situation that technically we didn't really visit or revisit because we were like dismissing. CM Punk is the fifth guy, and to be honest with you, it makes sense. Sadly, it makes sense.
It does. I mean,
that's the first thing I was thinking.
They planted this seed, what, 5 months ago? 5-6 months ago?
Triple H got us again with that long-term storytelling. There's a shout out to the Lions there, out there in the Detroits. Who they play tomorrow, KG? They play tomorrow?
The Lions got the Bills coming up.
Oh, that's going to be interesting. They better work out for that one. So, long story short, our correspondent, I don't know if he can get it all right this time, so we'll give him the night off. But they were playing the good old-fashioned numbers game. How'd it go again? It's not what versus what number? You don't need to be on the camera.
I need to be on this camera.
Got that going free with Donna. We
are not paying you to be on camera.
We're not paying you.
First of all, you supposed to be paying me sometime.
I'm gonna pay you with this ham bone. That's what I'm gonna pay you with.
It's not gonna be 4 versus 5. It's going to be 5 versus 5.
Yeah. Needs to say he better be a daggone wrestler, not an announcer. No disrespect to the announcers, but we need him to take some bumps. So new bloodline. Okay, there you go. KG. See, you should have known this. The Colts. They'll be at the Colts. The Lord knows we hate them. At least I do. Nobody care about them daggone Colts. He should have never left 33rd Street back in the day. But that's a whole other thing. Still a little salty about that whole scenario there. Leaving in the middle of the night, that's just wrong. They could at least did it in the morning, but it is that time of year when they roll them damn trucks out. Leave Memorial Stadium, you sons of. All right, so I guess we will say for tomorrow, go Lions.
Go Lions.
But bring it back to SmackDown. You've got the new bloodline, and it's a level of 5. You had the OG bloodline come out, not sure what was going to happen, and then we heard the voice of reason. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman comes out and says it's not going to be, as we just heard,
5 is not going to be 4 versus 5. It's going
You just
to
got
be
it wrong.
5.
Sit down.
I wish I could smack you in the back.
You have one job, even though you interjected. You have one job, and you messed it up. So it's he said it wasn't going to be 5 versus 4. It was going to be 5v5. Honestly, for a second, I was like, "Oh, it's going to be KG's boy Brock Lesnar." Did not think CM Punk was going to be the guy, and then there you go.
I didn't think it was going to be Brock Lesnar, but
Really?
no, I didn't. I wasn't expecting.
Thought it was going to be Brock.
I thought it was going to be, like I said, it was going to be either. I thought it was going to be like Hikuleo or Zilla.
Yeah,
or somebody.
Could have been that too.
So, but but CM Punk was not on my bingo card at all.
That's right. And again, the first thing I thought was, I know Sumo's going to be pissed because last week, what did he say? I'm not watching it because it's just not interested because of how they're screwing it up, the storyline with the 5th person and all this stuff. It was not happy with this at all.
If it was going to be Seth Rollins like they were setting it up for, no. But now
it just makes sense.
And
that's the frustrating part.
See, the bad, and see, I don't know who it was. It may have even been KG. He was like, Brock is CM Punk. It's CM Punk. And I was like, I can't even say that I popped for it. No, it was Raj. It was Raj. Raj was like, I popped for CM Punk. I popped for Heyman. I'm like, I can't say that I did because like a week earlier, I was on one of my Facebook page, wrestling group pages, and somebody brought this up, and I'm like, damn, that makes sense. CM Punk, it makes sense, especially the way he broke it down. He's like, the last person that you saw speak to Paul Heyman before he went through that table was who? CM Punk. He asked him. He said, whatever you do, if you do this for me, just take me with you. When you leave, when you go, just take me with you. And he was like, I was like, it blew me away. I was like, and that was a week, that was like Monday. I'm like, so when it actually went down, I was like, they got me again.
Yep. The swerve of the swerve.
But this is what you love about wrestling. This is what you want from wrestling. You don't want to know.
Yeah, until they do one thing that pisses me off. Scrolling through socials, just seeing what else is there, and what pops up, the behind-the-scenes footage of Paul Heyman, ladies and gentlemen, and then they show CM Punk right there. Like, I just ruined it. Some stuff you don't need to show. That's all. Not everything needs to be seen. And KG, I know you want to say something about that. I can see you chomping at the bit.
I have to agree with the Nubian Sumo. I did not have this on my bingo card. Wow. This is going to be good for business. And a lot of people were talking about how is it going to affect everything because what was it? Somebody went through and was naming all the people that CM Punk was beefing with. He was beefing with Seth Rollins. That was real life beef. Him and Drew was real life beef. Him and Roman, real life beef. But they putting that aside to work together and stuff like that. I'm with this. Scared, but I'm with this.
Scared why?
Whenever CM Punk's involved in something this big, I don't want the build up to be better than the actual match because we don't get the match because something happens.
Hey, don't you pull a commentator Because we just seen that happen with Justin Tucker twice last week. Oh, he's got the best record ever. He's never missed. Oh, he must be having a bad day. I can't believe he missed. Shut the hell up.
Yeah, you don't. When a kicker's never missed, you don't talk about it. You don't
Every
say, "Oh,
single time.
he's 15 for 15 this season." Don't say that before he kicks. You say
Every
that
single
afterwards.
time. Every single time. It's like they just trying to jinx my boy. We could have won that game against freaking Steelers. That's 6 points that Justin Tucker at his norm guaranteed. And Tuck we trust is what we say in Baltimore. And Tuck we trust. And that'll always be. So, he's the only person that's going to get a hall pass. Like everybody else, you lose. Y'all shouldn't have lost that daggone game offense, defense. Justin Tucker missed 2. It's all good, dog. Appreciate you no matter what. You keep doing what you're doing. Because we know his averages isn't going to outweigh everything else. But that's an interesting point from Jesse. How did Paul Heyman know about what was going on? Well,
he's the wise
got
man
other
for a
Paul
reason.
Heyman guys and gals out there. Somebody told, or maybe he just turned on the TV. I don't know. It all depends on which way, if they want to keep kayfabe around that or not. It's like they choose what they want to play close to the vest and what they don't. Sorry, I was transitioning. So the question I want to ask both of y'all now, we already know that the belt's not going to be on the line because KG's scared to put it on the line. But are you actually going to watch Survivor Series next Saturday?
Now I have a reason to.
Wait, hold on, time out. Wait. Why the hell I gotta catch a stray?
What? You said you were. I'm just saying what you said.
No,
You said you weren't going to put the belt up.
Wait, no.
Because your boy Cody, he ain't putting no belt. He hasn't put a belt up in 3
He's
PLEs.
scared.
Oh, you scared?
I gotta be scared. I can't just be cautious. I can't be smart.
You're cautiously scared. You gonna put it up? You want the smoke?
Nope.
Dang, he done turned off the camera. See?
Nope.
He too scared. He too scared to say that with the camera on. You see that?
Hell, motherfucking no.
You don't want that smoke, Sumo. He already know. There's a 33 and a third chance that he may not be able to pick properly, which gives both of us a 55 and 6/3 chance of being able to pick the right picks. That will make him 100% without the belt, that he was already at a disadvantage because 75.95% of the time he can't make it over to you to go get. Ain't that some mess?
Yeah, he's Sasha Banks.
Yes. Steiner math.
Yes, he just prolonging the inevitable. He just don't want to.
Steiner math.
He's Sasha Banks, one and done.
Ooh. You probably, want to know Sasha Banks like that too. Don't you try to play. You want to get you some of that CEO action?
Yeah.
No, I'm good on CEO.
Be quiet.
I'm good on the CEO action.
Uh-huh.
I'm good on that. I'm good on that.
Okay, you never know. I mean, you get some of that. You do the dance so well. She's like, come on, baby. Let's do it. CEO. CEO. Go ahead.
The dance is cute, but other than that,
Hey, I'll just try to push you down. She's single and all now. Well, allegedly, she's dating somebody else, but we'll find out. She said they're not a wrestler, so we'll have to see. Who's
well, the last one wasn't a wrestler.
Yeah, but she made a point to say it this time. I'm quite sure that's not for a lot of people trying. But here's the new question. Speaking of women of wrestling, we've talked about it multiple times. The breakup is coming. We see the writing on the wall for Jade and Bianca. But coming out of SmackDown, my feeling is that Jade is going to be the heel in this breakup. Because we've seen this narrative before where somebody magically gets thrown into something like a car windshield and they're knocked out. And now she's got some injuries that takes her out of War Games? Kind of convenient. I'm getting that it's me, Austin. It was me all along.
I'm not getting that from them.
Oh, you think this is legit? That's
No, okay.
just legitimately
Okay.
taken out?
No. Here's the thing. Right? I think they took her out. I'm thinking they're taking her out of War Games because she's not ready.
How can you not be ready for War Games?
She's not ready for that type of match. I mean, you can't just throw some.
Hold on. Tom. The old baller is in the house. Bankroll. The world heavyweight champion, driving and giving out money to the grandkids. Bankroll is in the show. That's when you know it's Thanksgiving. It must be real turkey time now. We got to get some cranberry sauce, everything else when Bankroll is on the show. Holy moly. Sorry, just had to take a pause for the cost when you know the money show up. You know, got to make sure we put our bid in, you know, for real. KG needs some new equipment that will protect him from the ass whoopings that he's been getting today. Just saying.
Here we go.
What? I'm just saying.
Can I say something? I would like the floor for a second.
Uh-oh, you got beef?
No beef.
Oh, okay. Just, I mean, you know, you're more than welcome to.
I'm gonna say this. Number one, I'm tired of the Jade slander. Jade threw herself in that car because she knows she can't wrestle. She don't have any moves, and she got to do more than a corner splash and a pump kick at War Games. So that's why she's out of War Game. No.
She got to kip up too.
I've never seen women wrestlers so disrespected than I have, more than I have the last 2 weeks or so. I've seen people disrespect Natty, Bianca, Rhea, Jade, Nia. Like I'm not talking appearance, I'm not talking persona, I'm talking wrestling skills. And I'm like, okay, are we watching the same thing? These are the same women that carried us through the pandemic, that had some of the highest rated matches on Raw, SmackDown, and pay-per-views during the pandemic. And when Vince, decided he didn't need him anymore, he kind of pushed him to the back burner instead of leaving him in the forefront. But he's no longer there. But I'm sick of the disrespect, and I don't like this narrative. I know it's going to come. I don't like the narrative of breaking up Black Girl Magic. I don't because we're not going to get its full peak if you break it up.
They don't keep that. They're not going to let Black people congregate for too long. A. B. They're too dominant. And I know that sounds bad, but for tag teams, you're not running the longest reigning tag team in modern era. Nobody's going to be the tag team champions for 4 years anymore. That's not happening. They got to break up. You planted the seed. The folks are expecting the Clash of Champions at WrestleMania. The question is, who's the heel?
We haven't gotten what we need.
What do we need to get there?
Naomi.
That'll make it a triple threat. But how would she factor into them breaking up? Come on now, you got to work through it. We to grab your coat. Come on now.
Okay. I don't want that scenario, because every time we get something good, it doesn't have to have a heel turn. You don't have to have a heel turn. This right here, if you wanted to go heel turn, what you got to do is you can't do it now because social media. But Naomi has said she sent out I think it was a tweet or an X or whatever the fuck you call it now. And she was like, Jade, call me. Let me know what your room number is. They talking about I'm not family. You can't separate them three. Bianca's reaction when she saw on the Titantron what had happened, and she's going back and forth, and then she takes off running backstage. You can't break that up because you got to make and plus if you're gonna break it up, you got to go sometime because you're already doing it with the New Day. Now you got Kofi and Austin Creed. You got them beefing back and forth. They can't get along. Like, you're messing with your money.
Are you? I'm gonna say this because Sumo's got something to say. You can see it on his face. He just, you know what I'm saying? He like Tyson biting the glove, trying to hold it back. Go ahead and let it go.
New Day is one of your best. It's one of your best tag teams of all time. Okay, you're trying to build something. You're trying to build Jade up. You don't have to build her up as a monster, but you got to build her up somehow. You need to give her legs so she can stand on her own. So right now, you can hide her flaws with the tag team. Why break that up?
Why hide her flaws? Why not give her a series like if they could bring bangers like Sheamus versus Cesaro before they became the Bar? They're just doing it in reverse. That was one of those rare times where a best of 7, banger after banger after banger. Did get bored with it. Sumo, like I said, I'm leaving the floor to you. What do you got to say about this? KG is in denial. Extra denial.
They did it to the Hurt Business. They're going to do it with the Street Profits. It's happening with the New Day. What's the common denominator? DIY. What's the common denominator?
Black People Awards.
Now,
hair like wool, skin like bronze.
Jesus.
Now, you're talking about how what was the analogy that you used, Don? Saying when you talk about them breaking up, you used an analogy earlier.
Oh shit, I don't know. I was throwing stuff off the cuff.
Okay,
remember any part of it?
I forget what you said, but you used an analogy, but it wasn't the correct analogy.
What'd you ask me for to try to correct me then? I ain't say shit.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. You used another storyline to kind of bring what is about to happen together, but it's not. Okay. It's not what's actually going on. It's more like Rikishi saying, "I did it for The Rock."
No,
for the people,
right? Because I don't know if you noticed it or not, but later on, after that, when you had Naomi in that match with Bayley,
and
at the end of the match, they were hugging. Did you happen to notice Naomi turning to the side while Bayley was hugging her and looking toward the hard camera? Naomi did it for Bianca.
Because Jade taking all the limelight?
Jade's taking all the limelight. Now, I'm thinking Bianca is the one that's going to turn.
Now, that's what I want.
That's what I want.
Girl, you don't go here.
Right.
The best, the best is
it's time for Bianca to turn heel and
Bianca
let Jade be the face. That way, Bianca can call the matches.
Yep.
In the ring, because whether you know it or not, 9 times out of 10, it's the heel that calls the matches in the ring,
absolutely,
not the face.
And Bianca's you could see Bianca doing it now,
right?
Especially in the matches with Damage Control, with when she's doing the individual stuff with Candice LeRae. Or anybody else, she's calling the match. She's just not the heel.
Right. is going to be Bianca. We need Jade to be the face so that she can work toward improving herself within the WWE style of wrestling.
Absolutely. That's all I've been asking for.
She can be taught better as a face than a heel, because as a heel, she would have to control the match.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why they're taking her out of another reason why they're taking her out of War Games. War Games is not something you just jump into.
Right.
You can't just jump into a War Games match. I mean, there's psychology to that match. There's a whole lot going on within that match that makes that match what it is.
But do you bring her back before the Warrior Rumble? Because there's even more psychology in the Warrior Rumble.
No,
because
but you can hide.
Her and Bianca have to go face to face.
They do, but you can hide more in the Royal Rumble than you can in the War Games.
True. Unless you send her in last.
But
we know that can't be, because that's going to be Rhea Ripley. Your anchor has got to go last.
Oh, you talking about in the War Games?
In the War Games, yeah.
Now you throw her in somewhere in the middle. If you were the keeper, you throw her somewhere in the middle. You wouldn't let her start. You wouldn't let her finish. But you would throw it somewhere in the middle to try to bring, because from what I'm seeing out of that match, it's probably going to be Bianca first in that match.
Yeah, to wear her down.
Either Bianca or Io Sky, one of the two, or one of those two. And it'll probably most likely be like a Candice LeRae or
if they start Io versus Candice LeRae, that would be a good start. They could set the pace. Then I would send in Tiffany Stratton, and then Bianca.
Because I'm not down in Jade. I mean, Jade has her positives to her. It's just that she needs work. That's all.
And that's where AEW dropped the ball.
Right.
Because I get you set her up.
They set her up like Goldberg.
But
set her up. They gave her the Goldberg push.
Yep. You locked her into that. It's not even a lane. You locked her into that box to where we gave you a championship. We're going to feed you people. But you and the Women's World Heavyweight Championship will never cross.
Because of those 50,
and that's where the problem
those 50
lies.
wins in AEW, how many of those were actually significant? Who did she
5
actually
to
wrestle?
10? 5 to 10.
And I know he's stewing over there. Look at him. He's just stewing.
Go ahead.
I was waiting for that finger. I was waiting for that finger to come up.
I'm trying to listen. And I don't normally disagree with you, but this right here, out of Goldberg's, what was it? How many matches in a row was it? 156?
I think it was more than that, like 170 something.
Yeah. Okay, how many of those were credible wrestlers? Nobody talks about that when they talk about the street.
Which is why I said she got a Goldberg push. Yeah. My point exactly.
Goldberg had about a third because they started feeding him at a certain point, the Scott Nortons, the William Regals, Sting. He had some luchadors in there. He started getting some in between, but the problem was, the Juggernaut and the Beast had just grown so much. You just had to keep the ball rolling.
You got to give him some. You got to give him some people with credibility to give yourself credibility. So yeah, they're gonna feed him some. They're gonna feed him some actual names that can actually wrestle. But I mean, a lot of those matches were squash matches. 2-3 minutes, if that.
But that was also part of the gimmick. Jade's gimmick is not designed. Well, at AEW it was, and WWE, she's getting time, which is what she didn't get. But she just needs something to help her grow the character because she's still vanilla. She comes in, she's got the muscle, she does the pose, she hits a couple moves, but there's no resounding personality that you can follow with. So KG, grab my coat and follow me along, whatever the hell it is. We said the same thing about Naomi.
Yes, we did.
She left, got more, you could say Drew McIntyre as well, got more substance to the character, came back after having championships, and now Naomi can do something that she was not able to do, in my opinion, back in the day. And that was to connect with the fans in a way to tell the story. That once we got past the glow and all that other stuff and the dance moves and the flipping and all that, in the past there was nothing there. And we knew that as much as we wanted Naomi, she got some moves and she could do stuff. It was going to be a squash match. She was putting over Bayley. She was putting over Liv Morgan. She was putting over Alexa Bliss. She's putting over Charlotte. She put over Nia Jax multiple times. She one time she put over Natty. She was just that journey woman that was just supporting, because there was no substance, there was no connection. Now she's got that. And if what Sumo was saying is correct, that means we could take her thing to the next level with how she could cut the promos and why I did it for you, Jade. And Jade could be like, I didn't need that. That's not what I was asking for. That's not what I wanted. And she could be like, well, that's what you needed. And then, when Jade comes back, she's going to go straight after Naomi. And then Bianca's going to step in and be like, girl, no, that's still my dog. So that you could play that 3 different ways. And then ultimately leading up to Mania, even if it is a triple threat, main event night 1, I'm cool with that. It could have a purpose. It could be for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Who knows? Whatever you want to do. But it makes sense.
To you.
And to the Sumo. We just wait for you to come along. We just wait for you to come along. I hear you complain that Tommaso Ciampa is beating up Johnny Gargano again. Like, didn't we see this story like 4 or 5 times? Well, even though I think this time Gargano is in on it, and it's a ploy to suck in the Motor City Machine Guns. I'm hoping that's where they're going, because I'm like, Johnny, really? Really?
I mean, you got those combinations that you just got to bring back every now and again. Same thing with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
And bring back the Rockers.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if Marty Jannetty is even walking these days with the way his knee was.
Yeah.
So, he's real bad off right now. So I wish the best to him. But,
yeah, for sure. Here's a good question for you, KG, because you've talked about this multiple times. Why does the WWE always treat people from other wrestling companies terrible in the WWE? And that was a Vince thing as well. Nobody was getting top billing, but you go ahead and speak to it.
Do they really treat them bad?
Yes.
What the hell was that?
Oh.
That's that CTE kicking in.
Oh.
I was about to say that. This boy here is some boy. God dang, that.
I'm start calling that motherfucker Smokey, and she be like,
that Molly Wop that you got earlier, man, got you hearing stuff?
Oh, no, I'm okay.
You sure?
Yeah. Don't
you got to take another bump or something?
One, please call 911.
Tell them
No.
just down.
You got to look at it like this. It's either you're going to treat them better. Like, I don't like when people come in from other wrestling promotions and they get their introduction and all of a sudden, tonight you get a title match against Kane, and then they go in and they win the title. Motherfucker, you just got here. How are you already champion? You just leapfrogged 7 people and the Intercontinental Champion, who's #1 contender. Come on now. That's what I don't like.
And Chris Sabin would disagree with that. But go ahead.
That's what I don't like. You bring somebody in from a rival company and you put them right in the mix of your title. You don't give them a run. You don't let them build up a story. You don't do anything. You just, hey, Jump in this championship race. We got a tournament going on. We're gonna knock this guy out and we'll put you in. But when it comes to the women, they bring women over and they never really use them correctly. The things that they could do with the ladies from AEW that AEW is not using at all. The things that they could do with them would be epic.
So you're saying that in January, on January 1st, when WWE Raw makes its premiere on Netflix.
Well, it'd be six.
Okay, whenever it is. You're saying that Jordan Grace has to come in.
Your
and
boo,
start from the bottom.
the one you stalk.
Stop laughing, man. You laugh every time he say that. What the fuck you laughing at?
Because he know it's true. Girl, you know it's true.
You can actually put Jordan Grace in a program with her and Naomi because they got history. They got history.
We trying
They
to put in a
on some
program
of
with
the
you.
best matches. It's a married woman.
That didn't stop you when you were stalking the house.
They weren't married yet, and I wasn't stalking.
Oh, so as long as she was single, you could deliver as many packages as you want.
I did my job. But
You said delivery packages.
Packages, yeah. Well, I meant it that way.
Yeah, I know you did. That's why I'm laughing.
I'm gonna say
Go ahead,
this.
KG.
You can take Jordan Grace, you could put her in with, you don't have to put her in with Bianca. You don't have to put her in with Jay. You can put her in with Naomi. You can put her in with Natty. It's so many things you can do because they work well together. And they've already embraced her backstage. This could work. I'm not saying she got to start from the bottom and she's wrestling a jobber out of Indiana or something like that. And she going through squash matches, but you got to build her up too. Because if you turn Jordan Grace heel as the monster heel, even though she's a little bit smaller than everybody else, but if you turn her into the monster heel, you got something that you might catch lightning in a bottle. Now you're cooking with grease.
And I would have her embrace the full Big Mama pump.
She might be smaller than most of them, but she's stronger than most of them. So
You know
that makes up for the size.
She come up to what about your midsection?
What is she, 5'8", 5'9"?
You know, if you had to measure it, where her head stop? Right about here? Right about here? No comment?
No comment.
You must be buffering like that boxing fight then.
Nope.
Oh, but Triple H already said, you saw what Triple H said about that, right? They asked him a question about it. If Netflix starts buffering and we got 60, 70 million people on there, you can buffer all you want.
Damn right. Daggone right.
But I mean, the Motor City Machine Guns came in with a reputation. They came in people knowing who they were. I mean, they let you know up front. I mean, if it wasn't for the Motor City Machine Guns, you would not have a lot of wrestlers that you have modern day now, and that's in singles and in tag team.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, between Alex Shelley and Sabin, they trained probably about a fourth of the younger talent at some point in WWE.
And I think didn't one or both of them do mocap for the video games too?
Yeah, they did.
So yeah, they've been in the game for a while. Took them a long time to get there, but I'm happy that they're there. It took long enough.
That's the thing. That's the thing with these in modern day now. I mean, you can make if you do it right, you can make just as much money in the indies as you can in WWE.
I agree.
The only reason you go to WWE is for the bag.
Mm-hmm.
Period. That's your retirement plan to go to the WWE, to have a stint in the WWE. That's your retirement plan.
Yep. Agreed.
I mean, because when you go to the WWE, you give up creative control. You give up rights to your name, pretty much.
Freedom.
You give, you're on the road 20 at least, depending on your contract. These days, about 200, 250 days a week, a month, a year, rather.
Don't forget you can't make OnlyFans content either.
But that's a new thing.
That's debatable. On that. That's debatable now.
Come on now, they fired Mandy Rose over something because Albert decided to say,
she was the martyr.
She got inappropriate photos on her page, and it was her in a bikini shot. Come on, man.
Well, no. Mandy went there. It's one thing for the picture. It's one thing for the picture. When you have the video and the hand is in that area moving, yeah, we didn't cross the line, dog.
But it was okay for her when she was holding two belts. It was okay for her to lay out by the pool with both belts, a la Shawn Michaels and Playgirl. That was okay.
Yeah,
because you were making money off of that. You're making money off of that.
You could call that creative artwork. But when you mimicking sex acts, yeah, that was, like Macy Estrella or what was she? Lacey Evans. Yeah, she can't come back unless that page come down, because she as well. She went way to the left.
They wasn't using her. They what? Shit.
Well, I mean, she was no longer, to her credit though, she was no longer working with the WWE. They had released her, future endeavored her. But if they would say, hey, you know what? Let's go ahead and give that shot again. There you go. You gotta get rid of that content first, though, for real. But we'll see what happens. At the end of the day, storytelling is always going to prevail, I'd say, in the Triple H era. He's planting the seeds for the long-term storytelling and stuff like that. So in my head, I think Jade will be the heel, but I'm hoping for Bianca. We'll see how this plays out from War Games, because they do need a fifth, unless this is their vehicle, which would be a little scary, considering that this is a hell of a comeback for Charlotte. It'll be a hell of a comeback to go right into War from an injury.
Or this is where you bring in Jordan Grace.
Yeah.
Or
specifically.
Or
Britt Baker. If they could get it.
You bring back Becky Lynch.
This guy may have something.
I mean, they got you with CM Punk. They got you with CM Punk.
Might as well go all in.
So I mean,
might as well go all in. That would take it over the top. To be honest with you, Becky coming back, just like Randy Orton came back as the surprise fifth. Yeah,
and they just hold it. You don't even know who the fourth one's. You don't even know who the fifth one's going to be until the paper.
You're running out of time. You're running out of time, and I wouldn't reveal it until Saturday. Especially considering that it's been a year or so. They just showed some pictures or took some pictures and posted it with Seth Rollins and the girls. Rue is older, so that means that they could travel and do things and have more opportunities. They could take turns on who's on the road, who's on what matches. So there's a lot more opportunity for Becky to be in play, for however long she chooses to do it, or just on a limited contract. And understandably, there's nothing wrong with that, because there's no opportunity to have the 4 horsewomen doing anything proper because Sasha Banks is all the way over there on the other side of the street. So once again, we miss out on that. Ronda Rousey is like done. So, you know, yeah, it makes
Ronda
sense.
Rousey wouldn't be allowed back in WWE for all the things that she said happened backstage and what happened to her, and everybody debunked it. She has went on a tour
Tony
to
Khan will take her,
sell a
though.
book. Huh?
Tony Khan will still take her.
Yeah, well, no, she can't come back to WWE.
I
She
agree.
went on that tour to sell a book, and she lied so much. She lied worse than Hogan did when he was selling his book. When that man said he wrestled 405 days in a year, because, you know, going back and forth to Japan, it counts as 2 days. It counts as a separate day. Bruh.
Hey, it's not his fault. He was, you know, on the early onsets of Steiner math. That's not his fault. It happens.
No, he's on the early stages of dementia. That's what he is.
Man,
Oh, God.
this dude said that he was offered to be the bassist in Metallica. But he turned it down. They came out and was like, that was not even true.
Maybe for a music video. Stand Back, the Metallica version. That's what it was going to be.
When I tell you, the more this man opens his mouth, and I mean, it's not hard to tell when he lying. All you gotta do is see his lips moving, you know he lying.
There you go.
But it's just like, bro, what the fuck?
He's probably going to end up being secretary of I don't know, just pick it. Linda's education. So you know, could be of exercise. He just may name him secretary of exercise. Hulk Hogan. Put him over HUD or something. Who knows? He'll probably get in the cabinet somewhere. He got nothing better to do.
Somebody that don't know nothing about housing and urban development yet again. Don't get me started, because I haven't done it in a couple of weeks, but that is another example of why I believe that Hulk Hogan's a piece of shit, and I can prove it mathematically.
Well, Terry.
No, Terry's a piece of shit, but Hulk Hogan is too, and I can prove both of them mathematically.
Okay, lay it on us.
You ratted Jesse Ventura out to Vince about getting everybody health care for the union. If that's not a piece of shit move, you did that as Terry. You didn't do that as Hulk Hogan. You did it as Terry. And the way you gobbled Vince's deal, I wonder, did you cup his nuts too? Like, come on, son.
You think there was a little bit of diddling going on there? Some baby oil?
A lot of baby oil. I only say these things because it's like the actions and the things that have come out. Like, bro, you are really a shit human being, man. The things you said during the presidential race, or what you want to do to a woman about dropping a leg on a woman and slamming her, and people are cheering. Like, dude, this is a woman we're talking about. It's a woman we're talking about. I understand politics and all that, and they can get rough, but this is a woman we're talking about. You're talking about doing harm to a woman. Yeah,
now,
I can't respect
for the record, if he was talking about Mae Young, would you say the same thing?
Outside of the wrestling ring, yes.
Okay,
inside of the wrestling ring, just like Bubba Ray, she told Bubba Ray, don't you take it easy on me. You slam me like I'm one of the boys. And he put her through the table. He said, an old broad farted on me.
Yep. And rightfully so.
Like that, I'm going through the table like that. I fought on him too.
You lucky it was just that.
Exactly.
Could have been a couple trickle-down economics coming out of them pants. I do agree. I enjoyed the Lacey Evans character.
You know what? They dropped the ball when they had something going with her and Sergeant Slaughter, and his daughter got involved and kind of put a stop to that. But I'm like, you got to know what kayfabe is.
But I think the problem was the daughter was lost in kayfabe. Because technically, she was the real American hero.
Right.
So if anybody was
That
gonna,
man ain't-
hold the candle to that,
That man
and
ain't
beat
never seen
G.I.
it in South
Jane,
Spirit.
she would have the right to that. But that's the one time kayfabe wants to rock out. And Sarge, he should have stood up and said, "Hey, you know what? I could do something with this. This will get me in the mix a little bit and help me out on my, independent Comic-Con tours and stuff. That'll get him some more action figure deals or whatever. Excuse me. That could be a 2-pack action figure thing with him and Lacey Evans, stuff like that. They could have done some business. Nice T-shirt deal. They could have done some business. But, kayfabe, not understanding the business, messed that up.
And I didn't know until I was an adult that Sergeant Slaughter didn't serve in the military.
Yeah, at that point when I found out, I was like, shoot, it don't matter.
Yeah, I told you that.
Yeah. And when I say an adult, I mean my childhood ended when the Undertaker retired. When the Undertaker retired, what, last year? Year before last. So yeah, I was a fresh adult.
Yeah, I was just like, hey, you G.I. Joe to me. The one and only, first and ever. You watch him on Monday Night Raw, and you turn right around and see him on Saturday morning. That's all it was. And whatever Sarge you wanted to follow, you had what you wanted. Especially going up against Cobra. They should have brought Serpentor. I'm surprised that Vince never brought Serpentor into the WWE with all the other gimmick stuff that we had going on. Why not have done a G.I. Joe versus Cobra? You brought Zeus in. Shout out to Tiny. But,
Drop the ball.
Yeah. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Maybe Hasbro didn't want to do it. I don't know. But that'd have been something smart to do. I would have paid for that for sure. Real life G.I. Joe versus Cobra. And Sarge would have came out to the G.I. Joe theme song. That'd have been awesome. But we're going to round this up. It's been a good show so far. A lot of good conversation. But let's talk about our Survivor Series hosts. We've kind of mixed in the Survivor Series, in essence, throughout the entire show. As we talked about the Jade situation, we talked about CM Punk. It's all been about Survivor Series tonight. But is there anything that we would like to come out of Survivor Series to make the road to we'll not say WrestleMania yet, the road to the Royal Rumble make sense? Even if it's off the cuff, I think the Royal Rumble is going to, line out everything, even for Dwayne, because, Red 1 is out. It's whatever. Moana 2 is out. That's about to come out. And he's finished with the live action Moana. So he's got a break. Question is how long and what can he do? But he does have a break as long as they don't need reshoots for the live action Moana. He said in an interview this week that he finished up, all Maui scenes. So what we like to see happen coming out of Survivor Series? Sumo?
Well, of course, we got to see more of how this bloodline thing is going to come out. There's a lot of speculation going on with Paul Heyman and where he's going to end up.
You saw the T-shirt thing?
Yeah, I saw the T-shirt thing. I saw the wink to apparently Jimmy Uso that's going around. Everybody's talking about. So is he gonna turn? Is Jimmy Uso gonna have a part in the turn? We don't know, but anything to move that storyline forward going to WrestleMania, I'm looking forward to.
Okay. Would you pay to see Roman versus Solo? Night 2?
Yes, yes, sir. Go to the next step. Go to the next step.
That's the question. That's what I want to know. I want to get it.
It has to. It eventually has to be done.
Right.
I see him and Solo seeing each other in the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
1-on-1 at WrestleMania. Yeah. I don't know about a main event. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be title matches in the main event spot as far as WrestleMania is concerned.
Yeah. But would you feed Cody to Roman?
No.
Feed. These are words I don't like. Feed.
At this
Squash.
point, you have to, because the story is done. And they're protecting Cody right now to Mania. 3 PLEs. He hasn't defended the championship solo yet. He's going to be carrying that belt. Maybe a title defense at the Rumble. We know he's going to win it because
which is most likely going to be Kevin Owens at this point.
Right. So, you know, we're rolling in towards that. He's got to lose at Mania. It just has to be the right person. Would you pay to see Cody versus Solo?
No,
because Solo won the Royal Rumble.
We already seen it. And
Cody
didn't
versus
really...
Punk.
Versus who?
Versus CM Punk.
That could happen. That could happen. That needs to happen.
Or Cody versus The Rock.
Well, not at WrestleMania.
Why not?
I just don't want to see that at WrestleMania.
But
I mean, you're not going to put the belt on The Rock.
Why not?
I don't necessarily. Why would you?
Why not? I'm gonna say one phrase. Netflix paying for it. They're already asking for all the juggernauts to be on Netflix for Monday Night Raw. Why not put the belt on The Rock so he could walk into Monday Night Raw on January 6th as the champion? Now, he obviously it'd be a stolen belt because he ain't gonna do it clean. That'd be some shenanigans.
Oh yeah, that'd be bloodline.
That would be making up for what happened last year with The Undertaker coming out and John Cena coming out and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, that'd be bloodline all the way through. Yeah, no doubt. So yeah.
So they steal the belt, aka KG, feed Cody to Roman, and that could unify the bloodline all around. And then in the draft, the bloodline gets separated. So, you know, you've got Raw bloodline versus and SmackDown bloodline. Basically, they've just created a new version of the Bullet Club.
Don't be trying to use my ideas.
Who's using your idea? What are you talking about?
I talked about reforming the Bullet Club months ago. Don't be trying to take my ideas.
I'm not stealing your ideas, Oos. I'm just, saying the same thing you said.
Trying to steal my ideas and try to make them your own.
In other words, that's what he believes. So, KG, looking kind of sad, man. You've been sad since Jade. You've been real sad since Jordan moved. But, that's a whole different story. I know you got some thoughts. Say something. It's like we over here breaking down your whole world or something. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. About to roll up on us like Tiny Tim at WrestleMania. Please, sir, might I have some more?
I'll say this. hopes for Survivor Series. I hope it's actually a pay-per-view that's worth watching. I hope I don't. Now we talking Survivor Series. What next Saturday?
Next Saturday.
Which
And
we
it's at a
will
regular
not.
time, so it's not gonna be like 5:00 in the morning.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was coming. Whenever they do that show, whenever they decide to do that show in Japan, that's when when we gonna do that show? When we gonna do that react show?
Wait. Don't ask that
We're gonna
question.
have to do
That dude right there.
we're gonna do a mashup with Saturday Night Wrestlemainiacs and Sunday Rise.
Yep, it's gonna be breakfast with the Maniacs. That's what it's gonna be.
We're gonna have to
do a cooking show.
That dude right there.
Waffle.
Wait, let me get it right. That dude right there on that side. He'll have you up working all night, falling asleep, trying to record. Oh, we gonna do 10 minutes. Okay, that 10 minutes turning to 45, and both of y'all sitting there trying to not to fall asleep after WrestleMania. Knowing both of you got to go.
That was
I'm a Nighthawk, man.
That was a great point in time when we was running every day for that Mania week. Come on now, you know you enjoyed that every day. We was out there going ham, talking about something
every day.
Raw, SmackDown, NXT. What else did we do? We did the Hall of Fame because the Hall of Fame was a separate thing. Mania Night 1. I think
you got to realize
it was 2 nights then.
I'm a fan of New Japan Wrestling. I'm used to watching big shows at 4 or 5 o'clock, 4 or 5 o'clock start time in Japan. I'm used to
Jesse wants your boy to show up, KG. So
nah, I'm good. Leave Brock where he at.
So go ahead, Lance, with your thoughts.
If I gotta be honest. Hopefully you see the return of the man at Survivor Series. That's my hope. But for the most part, I just need a good show. I need something that's going. I don't want to fall asleep in the middle of it. I don't want to sit there and there'd be a lull, and I doze off to sleep in the middle of the show, and then I wake up and I'm in the middle of the main event, and I'm like, shit, I might as well go back to sleep. I don't want that.
What other matches have they announced?
Nothing of substance.
I mean, what have they announced other than the 2 Survivor Series matches? What are they talking about doing?
Nothing. I don't think. I haven't heard or recall there be anything. I'm quite sure LA Knight will have a match with Shinsuke. They'll probably lock that down. Hopefully we won't get Cody and Kevin Owens. That we can push that off to the next.
I think they're going to save. I think they're going to save
Profits.
Cody. They're going to save Cody
with Damian Priest, and
I think they're going to save Cody and Kevin Owens for Saturday Night Main Event.
Yeah, we've got Damian Priest and Gunther. I would maybe say you got a possibility for New Day, Motor City Machine Guns, Street Profits, Alpha Academy, Fatal 4-Way, or take Alpha Academy out, DIY in, something to that effect. You can maybe make a match out of that. Because both War Games is an hour. So, you got 2 hours covered there, and then maybe 3 matches.
Yeah, because they're on this 5-match thing now with pay-per-view. So
right.
Bull.
No, I think less is more.
No, actually it works.
Yeah.
It actually works.
When you got 5 good matches, it's like you sitting there and you like, damn, we had the main event already? Like,
yeah, or
come on, man. No. You don't want to be over there. When you got 5 bad matches, it's just long.
You could be AEW that started at 7 and probably will be ending in the next 11:23 p.m. live. So probably the next 20 minutes, AEW Full Gear will be ending. You can have that. And then by the end of it, you don't care what the hell happens at the end. Like, could somebody please win this goddamn match? I'm tired and I still got to drive home. So I'll take the 5-match special. You give me 5 quality, I'm good. You give me 45 matches plus a collision and a rampage extra match and all this other stuff. It's like, and 3 times the Tony Khan screaming at the top of his lungs. I still don't understand that when he's talking into the microphone. It's the most annoying sound ever. Like, Tony, just calm down. Just talk to him. You laughing. That's what he sound like. Like, oh my God. It was painful. And then oh my God. But it was nice to hear Justin Roberts. Even though he wasn't announcing John Cena, but John Moxley's close enough. All right, so good news and bad news. Good news, time to wrap that shit up. Bad news, time to wrap that shit up. So we got a lot, to expect. Next week, is the Survivor Series, and then, man, part of time. Because not only do we get to watch the Survivor Series as technically it was intended as a Thanksgiving special, we get to watch it with some cranberry sauce and some turkey or some ham, some stuffing, nothing with raisins in it. Beans, greens, tomatoes, potatoes, rams, lambs, hog, malls, chicken.
You name it.
There you go. God dang, somebody finish it off. Got to give the people what they want. So with that being said, happy Thanksgiving to everybody, 2024. Enjoy time with your family. Take that special moment to, hug somebody, tell them you love them. And just spread the good cheer as we start going into, the holiday season with Christmas and, New Year's, and they'll probably have Easter stuff out in December. But, just take the time to, have good fellowship with your folks. And if you're working Black Friday, bless you. Be safe on your Black Friday travels. If you're shopping on Black Friday, it's going to be busy. So if you're going to yell and complain and be pissy, you're a moron. You already know what Black Friday is before you walk out the door. Be nice to your retail people because they're going through. The last thing they need is to hear somebody complaining about being in a line that they knew they were going to be in when you could have ordered that shit from home. Just saying. And I love brick and mortar, but for real, don't complain and then go outside and complain about complaining. Those are the people we don't need in the stores.
Don't forget about Small Business Saturday.
That's right.
Cyber Monday.
That's right. Support not only your local businesses, but your Black-owned businesses, and support us. Shit, we need money too. I don't know how you would support us. KG be stripping down over there by the Metro, up there in northeast or whatever it is, the go-go place up there by Howard. So he'll be stripping there. Nubian Sumo will not be stripping this year. He broke his leg. So he unfortunately will not be able to hit the pole like he used to. And then I am in retirement, but I may come out of retirement to shake a couple little something for the ladies, just to make sure I can recruit.
He'll be down
new
in
people.
He'll be down in Atlanta with Swinging Riches.
No, sir.
Please.
No. I was trying to put you over, saying that you was a stripper and you was out there showing the love. You know what I'm saying?
Stripper. You the one actually out on a stripper tour.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna give him money.
I know you are.
I'm gonna give him money. Ladies love.
I was trying to give you a plug. That's all.
No, sir. I don't know plugs. Ain't no Diddy over here.
I'm trying to give you a little plug for your pole dancing there.
No.
Make sure you bring plenty of quarters with you, folks.
Hey,
let's go see Donna.
We got to wash some clothes. You better stop playing around. We need all them clink links. Just quarters. Bring them nickel, dimes, and pennies. I saw what y'all did to Sumo at the MGM Grand out there at the National Harbor, throwing them daggone nickels at that man. Come on now. See, he ain't got nothing to say because I'm telling the truth. And last but not least, Ravens, you better win on daggone Thanksgiving since you're going to be on Netflix. And it better not buffer on a field goal kick.
Oh, definitely buffer on that game.
Say about that.
Definitely buffer all the way through that game.
No, sir. If it is going to buffer, though, there better be a Michael buffer on there. I can tell you that much. That's the only buffering I want to see. So, for me, the People's Choice Don Rodriguez, I'm happy y'all got a chance to hang out. Thank you for everybody that was commenting in the chats. And then we will be seeing y'all very soon. But keep an eye out for our special episodes that'll be airing throughout this holiday season. We've got some good ones in store for you. Nubian Sumo, he ain't got no job. See, we among strippers. Isn't that crazy? Out there in Detroit, Jesse putting in work too. Hey, we all like-minded individuals. We
Hold
make
on.
sure we get on
See,
coming to the stage.
I was gonna leave
Coming to
y'all
the
alone.
stage.
I was gonna leave y'all alone. But if you guys want to go down to the Blue Oyster and strip, that's on you. I don't do such things.
No, we know that's where you be, KG. Be like, coming to the stage. Jimmy Super Yang Wang. That's what they be calling him. KG out there, Super Wang Yangin' on the pole.
You gonna be the construction worker or the policeman this time?
You talk to you, KG. You know you
I
the
ain't
Indian.
neither.
You know you the
I
Indian.
ain't neither.
Oh, you're
He
the
the Indian.
Indian.
He the Indian because he like to go. Woo.
Ooh, wee.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Right there. That's what you're gonna be saying.
So,
Putting on
oh,
that
man.
putting on that Diddy Spike baby oil.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna be talking about. Hold up, y'all. I got to take a pause for a second. This pole ain't greased up enough. KG, go ahead and spin around a couple times. Do the butterfly and all that stuff. You be out there putting in that work. That's how he met Jordan Grace. Actually, she was out there throwing them ones, and he fell in love. Like, girl, I know where you live at. You do? Yup.
What do you keep laughing at?
Like, I've been seeing you every Thursday through your window.
Somebody come get her. She's dancing like a stripper.
That's right. She's like, KG's so nice. He hopped to her and spit on that thing. Oh, man. Let me stop playing around. All right, Nubian Sumo, I'm going to tell you to diversify your bonds.
Konnichiwa.
Oh, we can't leave yet. Now we